Okay, we're gonna try to make this video. This is a random driving video. Okay, guys. I was inspired to make this video because when I'm driving, I see so many people show, I wouldn't say an illness, but something in their head gives them that starlight effect. Like when everyone wakes up in the morning, they're worried about you, right? In your car, in which direction you're going. I want you to know a very, very important rule of driving is using your turning signal. It's how you communicate to other drivers behind you. In some cases, drivers ahead of you, right? So in a situation where you're both going somewhere and you could be in the right lane and I could be in the left lane, right? And say for whatever reason, you would like to get over to the left. No one knows that but you, right? So say if I'm keeping distance from a car in front of me because they're driving erratic or something, right? But this person to the right keeps leaning into the left lane without putting their blinker on. Like me, myself, I drive so much, so I know when a person wants to get over, right? Even if they don't put on their turning signal. But for the fact that I know draws the problem, right? What is wrong with the person to the point to where they just can't put the turning signal on? In their head, they're thinking that if they were to put their turning signal on, the person would either A, speed up, or B, slow down. Those are the only two options, right? 9 times out of 10, cars will just let you over, or they will just speed up so you can get behind them, right? Both solves the issue. One's just the ego issue. Like you wanted this right now, and in your head, you woke up and thought that this person was out to get you, so you never put on the turning signal, which could cause an accident. Or if you just abruptly get over, you could cause an accident, which you may not care about because you're just thinking about the world revolves around you, which is fine, right? We can think those things, but that's not the reality of the world. Now, this is like almost gambling blackjack. It's like you can win 5 hands in a row. But if I were to tell you out of 10 hands, you're going to lose 3 of those hands, I don't think I would be crazy. You won 7 out of 10. But those 3, if I told you to put your whole net worth on it, would you do it? But if I could just limit it, if I could tell you that you'll miss 1 out of the 10, if you put a turning signal on, right? Wouldn't you just do it? It's simple. Are you really that lazy? Is 5 seconds of your life worth anyone else's, regardless if they were trying to go faster than you or not? Because if you're in a position to have to try to get over to somebody, you have enough time, or if you're creeping in their lane thinking about getting over, you have enough time just to wait and just turn on the turning signal and wait for them to go. It's very simple. I know it seems like a lot, but you have to know that is your mental fucking with you. That turning signal is your miscalculation for a lot of things in life. And I'm no doctor. I can't sit here and be like, yo, well, this is the psychology of why you're doing this, and then be like 100%. No, this is just a guy off YouTube speaking into the void, looking at what I see. And I've seen people have ego-driven accidents. I'm sure a lot of the people who get ran over in the street were just that person who wanted to get over, but no one knew was getting over. Or the person who decides to just fly past on a red light after it turns yellow. They're just like, fuck it. But it's 5 seconds after its turn. They're still going full speed. They just think that no one else is going to cross the intersection, so it's your way or the highway. I've seen people drive like this almost every day. And I thank God that, like, I'm alive, because people don't care. They only care about themselves for the most part. And that's okay except when it comes to things that we all have to do together, like drive on a road. And as simple as it is, you know how many road rage incidents there are, or people who will match your energy. You have a thousands of pound piece of metal, and there's another person with a 1,000-pound piece of metal. This is a dumb arena to get in and have ego. That's why there was rules set up. And I'm not one to be like, you know, a Debbie Downer on living life and driving fast. But the older you get, you know, the more perspective you think of. And I think of people's kids for them. I'm like, damn, like, what if you cut somebody off and they just decided to hit you and inconvenience your day, and your daughter needed you or your son needed you, and you missed those moments because of that inconvenience? Whatever would have led from that. I'm not about to make up a story, but like, you get what I'm saying on how one thing you do can offset the rest of your life. And I'm just saying, why do it? Like, why take those risks? Like, I think if I'm a billionaire, I think the chances that I want to go out and ride a motorcycle at 150 miles per hour is slim. It's very slim. Like, maybe under some type of other psychological, like, there might be another inherent, like, want for that once I get there. I don't know. I don't really want to get there. I'm not saying I'm going to get there. I'm just saying, like, as a person in their shoes, like, is that what you would want to do? Or would you really be thinking about, like, immortality? Or you have fucking issues if you're not thinking about, like, health. Like, I think you just have mental issues. So the people out here not hitting their turning signal, I just think that you have a mental issues and you need to be, your driver's license need to be tested again. Like, you need to take the driver's test again. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that's why I think some electric cars in the future are a good thing. Like, you shouldn't have the ability not to give someone else the chance. You shouldn't just be assuming that everyone is out to get you. Because I know I felt like that. Like, I've been in a situation where, like, maybe I didn't let someone over with a turning signal. So I know how it feels. Like, and I get it. So, like, every chance I can, I'll let somebody over who's trying to get over. But I definitely despise a person just creeping over into the lane without saying anything, just assuming I'm supposed to know what they're doing. That shows that the world is revolving around you, and you will be met with conflict of someone who thinks the same exact way. And that's why the news exists. We sit and look at it on the news and look at people who thought the same way for a split of a second, and it didn't work out too well for them or their family. So, you know, next time you think about not using a turning signal, remember this video. Let's be present and think about what we're doing, yo. Is that 5 minutes to get to wherever you're going really that deep? Was it going to kill you immediately if you didn't? Matter of fact, if an hour went by and you missed whatever the fuck it was, did that really alter your next 5 years of life? I tell you what will. Making a decision like that out of pure emotion and ignorance. Because there's no logic going with it. You're not a smarter person because you cut people off. Because you're not using a turning signal. You're not cool. Like, there's nothing cool about that. So I guess I'm just putting that in perspective on how uncool that is. And how much of a moron you are to the world around you. That's it for today's video. I just thought, you know, that may help somebody out there driving 150 miles per hour trying to beat a red light and get around everybody. Go look at some videos. Go look up some statistics. And please enlighten yourself. That's all I got for today's video, I guess. So later.